Alright, so looking here, the first thing we want to do is graph. So we start with a +1, we go up, +1, and then the -2 is our slope. So that lets me know to go down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, or up 2 into the left 1. Okay? Alright, ask Daddy to help you. Okay, so now we have to okay, so here we have the less than or equal to sign. So that tells me it's a solid line, and this should be a solid line. Let me fix that. So it would be a solid line, and it's less than, so you would shade below. So just as a note, when you have less than or greater than, it's a dashed line. When it's less than equal to, greater than equal to, it's a solid line. Then less than equal to, you shade below. Greater than equal to, you shade above the line. So looking at number 2, the first thing you want to do is get y by itself. So you would subtract the 2x. That would give you -5y is less than -2x plus 20. Divide everything by -5. That's y is less than 2/5 x minus 4. So now we look at the -4. We go down 4 because that's our y-intercept. Then the 2/5 tells me to go up 2 over 5. And it's less than, oh, actually, so this messed me up. When I divided by the negative, we should have flipped our sign. So it's still going to be a dashed line, but instead of being less than, it's greater than, so we shade above the line. So remember, anytime you multiply or divide by a negative, you flip the inequality symbol. So for number 3, we subtract x. That is -3y is less than -x. Now look here, when we divide by the -3, we flip the sign. We should have done that first thing and the other. So that's 1/3 x. Now we don't have, you don't see a y-intercept, so that means it's 0, the origin. And the slope tells me to go up 1 over 3, or down 1 into the left 3. It's greater than, so that's a dashed line. And greater than means we shade above. Okay, so looking at number 4, some things you want to take away in number 4 is that you can tell it's going to be a solid line. Your y-intercept is going to be -4. It's shaded below, so I know that's less than or equal to. And I pick another point to find my slope. So up 1, 2 over 2. 2 over 2 is 1x. All right, now obviously none of these match. But when I solve them, I will get one that matches. So A would be y is less than or equal to -x minus 4. That doesn't work because it's a -x. Looking at the next one, when I subtract x, That's y is greater than or equal to negative x minus 4. That doesn't work because of the negative x and the greater than equal to. So looking at C, you subtract x. And so for C, that would give me negative y less than or equal to negative x plus 4. To get rid of the negative with the y, we divide everything by negative 1, so that flips. Y is greater than or equal to x minus 4. That doesn't work because we need it to be less than or equal. So at this point, you pretty much know that it's D, but if we solve it, we can prove that it's letter D. When I divide everything by the negative 1, that flips. So y is less than or equal to x minus 4. Okay? The next one. Okay, so we see this is a horizontal line. When I think of a horizontal line, I think HOI. Horizontal lines are y equals a number, but in this case, it's not equal because it's an inequality. So in this case, it's shaded below the line, which is less than, and it's at negative 2. So y is less than negative 2. Okay, so the next part, it has two inequalities. So for number 6, you're going to have to graph 2. So I start with the first one, and you would solve that. That would be y is greater than negative x plus 8. So we go up 8, and then the negative x is a negative 1, down 1 over 1. Okay, and it's less than, so that is a dashed line, and it's greater than, so we shade above. The next one is x, so I think VUX, vertical line, where x is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's a dashed line, and it's greater than, so we shade where the greater numbers are, and we're going to really darken in where the two regions overlap. Okay, so looking at number 7, you would solve this, and when you solve it, you get y is greater than or equal to negative 4x plus 4. Start with the 4, you go up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the slope is negative 4, so that's down 4 over 1. Down 4 over 1. Or up 4 and to the left 1. This is a solid line, and drawing this on my computer is a little hard, but you obviously would connect the dots. And it's greater than, so what you're going to do is shade above. So we shade above the line. Now for the next one, when you solve it, you're going to have to flip the sign. You would have 3 halves x minus 7. You start with the negative 7. That is your y-intercept. So I go down 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the 3 over 2 tells me to go up 3 over 2. Up 3 over 2, up 3 over 2. And this is a dashed line. So I do better with dashed lines on this. All right, and so this tells me it's less than, so I want to shade below it. Okay, and so the actual solution is where the two overlap. So your actual solution is this, like this section. Okay? So now, 8 and 9, you graph it, and then you choose the ordered pair that falls in the solution. So if I'm looking at number 8, I graph. Start with the y-intercept. The slope is 2. That's up 2 over 1. Or down 2 and left 1. And this is a dashed line because it's an or equal to. It doesn't have the line under it. And this is less than, so we shade below. It's below this line. Okay, for the next one, I start with the plus 4. That's my y-intercept. So 1, 2, 3, 4. My slope is negative 3, so that's down 3 over 1. Down 3 over 1. Down 3 over 1. Or you could go up 3 and to the left 1. And this is a solid line, which, like I said, drawing on this thing is hard, but doable. And then it says it's a less than as well, so we want to shade below that. And so the solution is where the two sections overlap, which would literally be right here. So that's your solution. So what I want to do is look for these ordered pairs. So if I look, 1, negative 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, it falls in there. If I want to check the others, 1, 5, it's up here, it doesn't fall in there. Negative 3, 4, it's up here somewhere, doesn't work. 3, 0, yeah, that doesn't work, so it's A. So the last one, we look at number 9. So if we want to, first thing we would want to do is get y by itself. So when you do that, you're going to end up having to flip the sign, and that would be y is less than 1/2 x plus 4. So you would go up 4, that's your y-intercept, and then up 1 over 2 for your slope, or down 1 and left 2. And it is a dashed line. And being less than, we shade below. Okay, next, we solve that for y. That would be y greater than or equal to negative x plus 1. So my y-intercept is 1. And then down 1 over 1, because our slope is negative 1. Or an up 1 over 1. And that's a solid line because it has this means it's solid, the or equal to. And then it is a greater than, so we want to shade above that green, but only above where the yellow's already at. So it would be up here. This would be the solution. So now we check our ordered pairs. Negative 5, 3 would be up here. So it does not fall in that region. We want something that's going to fall in this region here. 0, 4, 0, and then up 1, 2, 3, 4. It falls on a dashed line, so that doesn't work. 3, negative 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That didn't work. So then 4, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. That falls in that region. So we would use